11:11. Hope you guys are doing well today. All right, so this is my second reading today, and I had to rush off and do dinner and be with the kids, so I didn't realize what time it was when I got off earlier. So I said I would come back to give you guys the 6 free readings for my new subscribers. So I'm here for you. First, I'm going to start off with a collective live. And this is going to be, what are you attracting? Okay, so what are you attracting to your life? Law of attraction, law of assumption. What is it you're bringing in? Let's take a look. All right, what are you attracting? Get that out of the way. Hey, Moto. Hey, Mystic. Hi, B. All right, you're here for me. Thank you so much. So what is it you are attracting? Holy Spirit, guide and direct me with these cards. What is it you're attracting? Hey, Alan. What is it you're attracting? All right, so let's see bottom of the deck. Right now, okay, this keeps popping up today. We've already had it, what, 3 times, 4 times, something like that. We have values. We have too many differences. But I think more than anything, what's attracting me to this card right now is the money in the wallet, okay? So you are definitely trying to attract money. That is the overall goal. Bottom line, probably one of the most important things to you right now is stability or abundance. And the fact that it says we have too many differences, interesting. Because what is it between you and money that is so different? How is it this might be a block? What are you doing to not call in that abundance? And we're going to talk a little bit about that manifestation tactic here in a second. But that's what I see overall for you, what you're trying to do. Let's get the rest of the other cards. We have absence. It feels like a part of me is missing without you. So some of you guys here are definitely struggling with abandonment. You are attracting that in some way. You also are attracting neglect. I failed to give you what you needed, neglected. Please don't miss my reading earlier today. It was the bomb. It spoke a lot about this in relationships. I hope you guys have a chance. Just go here to my channel on YouTube. Don't look at what's right below when you first get there. Scroll over to the word live, and you're going to see all my recent material. So please go in there and look at the video before this, because that reading's probably going to hit home for you. So anyways, you're attracting absence and neglect. How does that make you feel so far? You're struggling trying to attract abundance. You're also attracting some kind of abandonment and rejection at the same time. And that's in love, in life, in jobs, career, and relationship, and friendships. You know, we got to be careful what we're attracting. Even if you're attracting abandonment and neglect from your children, grown children. I have someone that I'm very close with, and one of her worst fears in the world, and has been a very scary fear for like 30 years, was, I don't want to lose my sons to their wives the way that I lost my brother to his wife, or the way that my mother lost her son due to his marriage. So that obviously traumatized her and scared her. And she grew this fear that was larger than life. And it wasn't a fear that she confirmed every day on a daily basis, but it stayed there in her subconscious, in the back of her mind for all this time. And now she has attracted her sons to be married to people that, you know, she feels have taken her sons from her, their affection and their love, and they're wanting to be with her, around her, visit with her, be close the way they were when they were young. But see, that's in her mind. That's a manifestation. She manifested. She's creating the neglect. She's creating the distance and the absence. And she's letting that fear manifest into reality. And that's just an example of what I'm talking about, guys. A lot of you guys are creating this in your love life. So you might be creating an absent husband or an absent wife, maybe emotionally or sexually neglectful. You might also be attracting no husband, no wife. And a lot of that would be because you neglect yourself. Self-neglect attracts a neglectful relationship. You don't care about yourself. You don't choose yourself first. You don't do things that you love. You don't give yourself time and attention with your beauty, with your health, with your hygiene, with your mental stability. If you're not choosing yourself, then you're choosing partners that will distance themselves from you and neglect you the same way that you're neglecting yourself. And think of it as a way of self-abandonment. I have another person that I'm very close to, and she chooses herself all the time. I actually have two ladies I know personally that choose themselves all the time. They honor their boundaries. They honor their body. They honor their desires and their wants. They pay a lot of attention to self, face, hair, makeup, beauty. They read a lot of books, or they do their favorite hobbies. They choose themselves and put all their time and energy into self. And do you know what they've attracted? A loving, doting partner. A partner that is all about these ladies. 24/7, 365. Whether they want a coffee drink from Dutch Bros, or they want that jacket that they saw at the store, or they want to go take this trip, or they want a foot rub, or they want to go out to eat and get this, whatever it is, their partner's like, I'm going to do what it takes to get it for you. Right? Because they attracted that. They chose themselves. I'm not saying that's always great. Being selfish is not what I'm promoting here. I'm not promoting being super selfish and not thinking about other people. For heaven's sakes, there's a balance. There's definitely a balance. But I'm saying the people that get what they want, they have a healthy balance or a very good relationship with self. So anyways, back to the person that I'm really close to. Subconsciously attracting distance and neglect from her sons because of a long-held belief and a long-held fear. A fear that manifested itself, took 30 years to manifest itself, but it reared its ugly head. And to this day, even though she should say something, she should speak her heart, speak her mind, and be authentic, and share with her sons that do love her very much and do value her opinion and value how she feels. She has put herself so low on the totem pole of importance that she is too scared to say a word, because she believes that will tip it over the edge and they'll be gone forever. Just one mention of, I'm not happy with the distance. One mention of, what's going on with you? I'm concerned. That is her right as a mother. Doesn't matter how old somebody is. That is her right. And she's negating that right out of fear that if I say a word, they're going to disappear and I'll never see them again. So she lives in a very inauthentic place. She lives in fear. And if you encourage her to have a heart-to-heart, it's no way. I'll never do it. I'll never, ever do it, because I know what that means. She automatically claims the word, I know what it will be. She's claiming and proclaiming to the universe the reaction, the future, and what will happen. And so her belief confirms her reality. And it's just going to keep affirming and confirming the wives have power. The wives are more important. They will choose the wives over me every time. They don't love me. I'm not important. I am not important as much as a wife. I have no say in their life. I have no impression. I have no meaning. I have no voice. I have no value. I have no value. Now, when you condition yourself to believe, I have no value, what are you going to get in this life? What are you going to attract? Disrespect and neglect. Because you're confirming to the universe, I am of no value. And so remember that when you're living in fear and you're confirming your worst fears. Because ideally, where she needs to be is, I am very important. I am not my brother. My children are not my brother. We are not connected nor related to that karma. His life is his life, and his wife is his wife. That has nothing to do with my family, nothing to do with my sons. It's almost like you're putting a curse on someone when you are basically confirming to the universe a negative thing on somebody's life. That is a curse. You're cursing them to have an abusive wife or a controlling or dictating relationship. It's a curse. And we don't see that because we're being nice, we're being compassionate, we're being understanding, we're minding our own business, we're respecting other people's space, not realizing we're creating a relationship. And it starts in the subconscious. And we do this every day, ladies and gentlemen, to our husbands, to our wives, and to our children. Even to our parents, we may do this. We may live in fear, confirming the worst. And what's worse, how can we confirm something that isn't our existence? Now, the person that's very dear to me, like I said, has expressed verbally, emotionally, and mentally, subconsciously, this fear since her children were 5 and 6 years old. Since they were very, very young, she would instill in them, don't ever let this happen to you. Don't ever do this to me. Setting out that fear. And the worst thing about the law of attraction, the law of assumption, is when you tell the universe, don't do this, I don't want this, I don't like this, or I'm scared of this, you literally attract everything you don't want right to your doorstep. Because the universe doesn't understand that you don't want it. All the universe understands is that that's what you're thinking about, that's what you're feeling, that's what's on your mind, that's what's in your subconscious. That is a reality, and it becomes a core belief. A lot of psychologists call this a core belief. And it's something that has gotten so ingrained into your being that it becomes a core belief. I don't know if you guys ever watched that movie with the little girl with her feelings, and they had a bunch of little balls marking the memories. Well, she had obviously millions of different memories, but she had core memories, and those memories were golden. And that means it would stay with her forever. The other memories would come and go. They wouldn't stay. So her core beliefs, her core memories were the most important. And I'm just speaking that about absence, neglect, rejection, and abandonment. Someone here is attracting that core belief. And this is a warning to be cautious, because you will create it. And the only way you're going to start to break that cycle is to consciously affirm that's not the truth, to take action on your new beliefs, to speak your new beliefs, and to convince yourself of your new beliefs. That takes practice. It's not going to happen in 24 hours. You're not just going to decide it and then that's the end of the story. It's fixed. It's going to take you weeks of constant effort. They say it takes 21 days to break a cycle. That's at least 3 weeks. 21 days of constant reaffirmation that that is not my reality. For whatever reason, that's the magic number. Under this card is habits. So you have to remember that what you think, what you feel, what you believe becomes a habit. And it says, I don't know if we will ever change habits. This is another core belief. The belief that people don't change is a lie. Are you the same person you were 5 years ago? How about 10 years ago? 20 years ago? How about yesterday? I believe that we change daily. I believe that we grow, we better ourselves, we get a little bit different every day. We are literally a plant or a flower, a living organism, and we are growing. And for someone to look at us and say, you're not growing, you're the same person you've always been. I remember who you were 10 years ago. I remember what you did 20 years ago. I remember all the fights that we had over the last 365 days. I remember the arguments that we had 2, 3, 4, 5, the past several years. It's always the same. Those are habits. Those are attractions to yourself, thoughts, beliefs. You can't shake them. When you believe something as the core, you cannot get rid of it. It becomes a very bad negative habit. And it's very hard to break that kind of criticism. Criticism of the self, perhaps. Perhaps you beat yourself up. Perhaps you're constantly telling yourself, I'm a failure, I'm no good at this, or I'm not wanted, or I'm not loved, or I'm not accepted. Or perhaps you have a core belief where you tell yourself, they don't really love me. It's conditional. You know what's happening? That's something going on inside of you, not them. You're creating your own boundaries, your own walls, your own blocks, your own problems, your own experiences. You're creating them. Somebody once spoke about money, about abundance, and they said, the only thing stopping you in abundance are the limitations and the blocks that you create for yourself. When you tell yourself, I can't go that far, I'm not capable of making that much money, I'm not capable of achieving fill in the blank goal. That's not written in the stars for me. It's not literally possible. That's not one of people's favorite words to say. That's not realistic. Let's get another popular phrase is reality check. Now, these are popular phrases, but are they honest? They're honest in the 3D world where people do not have imagination, where people do not grow. It's an honest statement in a world where there's limits, boundaries, and a ceiling, a cap, if you will. And the people who believe in that world stay in the middle. They don't grow up. They don't go past the ceiling. They don't go below. They don't fall below their reality, but they're just stuck like on a treadmill, walking and walking and walking, but going nowhere because they've already reached their limit. They, if you will, live in a cage, a mental prison. And the law of attraction, the law of assumption says break out of that prison, break out of that matrix. Stop telling yourself habitually these negative core beliefs. So be careful what you're manifesting here with these two cards. Let's see the next one. We have reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. Now, this is an elderly couple here. They're having a good time. I think a lot of you guys are manifesting retirement. What does retirement look like? And if it's not exactly financially retirement, it could be you're manifesting what your golden years are going to look like. What do the years look like as you're a mature adult? And so you're trying to manifest money, abundance, but in essence, you're also, unfortunately, manifesting neglect and rejection or abandonment also. So how are we going to manifest two things at the same time that are on two different vibrations? Let's keep going. We have inseparable. Our love is always there, despite the distance. So you're manifesting that you love this person till your dying day, but with problems. Is that possible, Steph? Can I manifest love and neglect and rejection at the same time? Yes. And it's called a very negative cycle. It means that you're going to manifest a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows in your relationships. Sometimes it's going to be really great, and sometimes it's going to be terrible. You know what that sounds like to me? Someone that hasn't healed from their childhood. Someone that possibly grew up in a very high and low, up and down home. And that is your comfort subconsciously. The erratic emotions of it all. And we tell ourselves that's the last thing in the whole wide world we would ever manifest. But somehow on that subconscious level, we manifest it. Again, because it's a fear. Remember that fear I said about, I don't ever want that. And we get just that. Or a fear that I'll never be that. And we experience that or become that. It's unfortunately the way our human brain works. It's so critical. It always looks for the negatives. And scientists and researchers have said it's because originally people of, well, the first people, hunters and gatherers, had to look out for dangers. They had to look out for possible life-ending scenarios, dangerous situations, untrustworthy people, because their life was always in danger. So our brain inherently looks out for the negatives. We look out. We look out for untrustworthy people. We look out for dangerous people. We're constantly looking out for the problems, the problem in a relationship, the problem with the job, the problem with our kids, the problem with our lover, the problems. We're looking at the potential problems because in our brain, we want to avoid those problems at all costs. But here we are so many years later. Now we are creators. We are an awakened people using the pineal gland, using the power in our minds, the law of attraction, the law of assumption, using the law of creation. We have activated an awakening, but we haven't been able to shake the habit of looking for the negatives. So training yourself to separate from past habits, past behaviors is going to take some time. But you have to try. You have to get past that negative block. And are you teachable? Are you able to still learn? Then learn. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from others that have preached and spoke about all of this. The hardest thing about learning is applying what you know. I know so many people that carry a library, a wealth of knowledge between their two ears. They could write book after book, but they don't take any action. They don't implement what they just learned. It gets stored into their mind and not released. Just a constant gathering in of knowledge, but no execution. And if they do try to execute it, they give up very quickly before 21 days or before it makes a real noticeable difference. And then they say, well, it's not working. It's not working, so I don't want to do it anymore. And the one thing that Saturn wants to teach you, which Saturn is your karma in your birth chart, is determination, stick-to-itiveness, seeing something through to the end, not giving up just because you don't see all your results. You cannot give up because you don't see results. I used to hear this saying from someone very dear to me, and they would tell me, trying is failing. And it used to hurt because I used to try so hard. And I wouldn't get the results that I wanted. So without understanding the phrase, it would discourage me and make me believe, well, I'm just not a winner. I'm just not going to achieve those goals. I'm not that person. But that's not what the saying meant. The saying means, don't stop trying. Keep doing. You're already a winner. You're already a winner. Because you keep doing it. You're not trying, you're doing it. You're a winner. You've already achieved success. See, it was a state of mind. It was a play on words. Trying is failing because you're convinced that if you just try, you'll make it. But that's not the key. The key is to keep going. Don't ever stop. Therefore, you're not trying. You're succeeding. You're doing what you set out to do. The card inseparable is telling me you are struggling to separate yourself from your beliefs and your goals. Previous. And you're very hard when it comes to changing your mind or changing direction. Which tells me you're pretty tough to crack. You're pretty hard to convince that there's another way. That kind of means, well, you might be struggling with being unteachable. You're not an open book. You're not willing to learn. You're stubborn. And you're going to have to break that pride. You're going to have to break it down. Pride comes before the fall. Don't ever be so inseparable from your previous thoughts that you don't allow yourself any more room to grow or expand. If we built a ceiling over the trees, they wouldn't be able to grow very tall. We would bend them, possibly break them. Or they might just grow sideways, but never up. Don't distort your growth. Don't stunt it. Don't make it more of an obstacle. Be flexible. The wisest people know that they are always students. Even teachers realize they are always students first. The wise never stop asking questions. They never stop learning. But it is the people that get easily offended and say, I know. I already know. I know everything, basically. Don't teach me anything. You can't teach me anything. I already know. I know A, I know B, I know C, I know D, I know E, I know F, I know G. There's nothing left for you to teach me. When it actually is staring them in the face. Temperament is their lesson. Temperament, pride, ego, death. That is their lesson. They may know the information they're being taught, but they do not know how to respond to repetitive teaching. They do not know that they can relearn the same thing in a different way. They're not realizing it. Their mind is not open to realizing I'm learning something new all the time, even from my daughter, even from my son, even from my best friend or my mom or my dad or my neighbor or my enemy. I'm learning something. And to sit there and say, don't tell me anything. I don't want to hear what I already know. That's a very closed-minded individual that really struggles with growth. So this message is don't be inseparable from your ego. Let it go. There's always something new you can learn. Even when you think you know it all. You know everything. Let's see what else you're attracting here. We have holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Sumo, come to bed. No. Go to bed. You have no business down there. Go to bed. Sorry about that, guys. Barking into thin air over there. So we also have holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Excuse me, the stupid cold. So you're really having a hard time because you're holding back. Are you afraid to ask the universe for great abundance? Because this looks a heck of a lot like fear. I'm afraid to ask for what I want. I'm afraid to ask for great abundance. I'm afraid to ask for $5 million. I'm afraid to ask for a better marriage. I'm afraid to ask for a better relationship with my kids. I'm afraid to ask for a more beautiful body. You know the people who are afraid to ask are inner children that were afraid to ask their mom and dad for a pair of shoes or something that they wanted to eat because they were in fear that their mom and dad didn't have enough money. Or they were afraid to ask their mom or dad for time and love and affection because they thought their parents were too busy. Afraid to ask for a hug, so instead they tried to get straight A's, thinking that would earn the hug. They'll want to hug me on their own then. See, these are all inner children wounds, abandonment, neglect. A lot of people that grow up in a lack mentality and a lack of confidence, they struggle with asking the universe for great love and great abundance. They really have a hard time. The best thing that you can do for yourself right now is exercise your value system, and getting away from a lack mentality. And lack is not just money. It is a lack of time. It is the universe is too busy to hear you. It is a lack in believing there's not enough in the universe to give to you what you want. It is a lack in believing that you are not exactly what your partner wants. You are lacking in that department. It is a belief that you have inherited family curses. Therefore, you lack the ability to have abundance. Anyways, lack comes in many more forms, and yes, it even comes from money. And it's that old belief that our grandparents and parents used to tell us, money doesn't grow on trees. When it literally does. The paper that comes from the trees. But we know what they meant. We know what they meant was money doesn't come easy, money comes hard. And it also instilled in us there's not enough. Do you know a lot of people who struggle with eating disorders, where they overeat, they're obese? They come from a family of lack because it was always finish your food. Finish all your food. It was a waste if you didn't finish your food. You are seen as a wasteful, ungrateful, unappreciative, naughty child. You don't want to be naughty. You don't want them to think you're ungrateful or unappreciative. You certainly don't want your parents to think you don't love them and you're not happy that they cooked for you, and you want your parents to think what they cook is very good. So you want to compliment them. You want to uplift your parents and say how good it is, how you love it, and how you're going to eat it all. And maybe you'll even eat seconds just to make them feel like they did something good for the day. Because if not, you would have to hear, well, children in Africa are probably starving and would love to have that meal that you're not eating. Or it's too bad you didn't finish your food. What a waste. There's a lot of starving children in this world who would love to have what you have. So without them, they didn't know that they were instilling lack mentality into your mind, to where you then programmed yourself with repetitive thinking and habits. I have to finish my plate. I have to finish both plates. I have to overeat. Even if I'm not hungry, I need to overeat. And so people that have an overeating problem generally come from lack, or to be taught to be grateful for the food that they have. And if you think about the wealthy, they don't have that lack mentality with food. Think about how the wealthy eat. This is something that the law of assumption, the law of attraction, and what is her name? Marie Diamond from The Secret, they teach this. The wealthy, they don't talk about their food like that. In fact, it's very prominent in wealthy homes. They don't finish the food on their plate. They always leave a couple bites left on the plate to be cleared away, because it is seen in higher society as overeating is desperation, starvation, neediness. And that was not looked upon well in high society. So in fact, if children ate all their plate, they might say, well, why do you have such an appetite? Or my, you're certainly hungry. And it gives them a complex. I'm eating a bit much. It's actually prominent in high society. There's a lot more people underweight, anorexic even, than overweight. And they're the ones that are eating better than anybody. But they either maintain a normal weight or they're underweight. Very rarely do you see a lot of wealthy people overweight. You'll see the occasional gluttonous person, but traditionally, as you would say, like 1 out of 100, how many wealthy people would be overweight? It'd be very few. Maybe a handful out of 100 would be overweight. Or if you reverse those numbers and put it into poverty society, probably only a handful of 100 people in poverty would be underweight or average, because pretty much majority, all of them would be overweight. Again, that is what lack mentality has created. And so remember your values, remember your habits, because people that are abundant and free and able to be who they want to be, they're not restrained by their own boundaries. So be careful what you are manifesting. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for that $5 million or $500 million or 5 million clients or Oscar-winning clients. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for early retirement. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for a divine soulmate to step into your life and be very affectionate and loyal to you. Don't be afraid to ask for those things. Do not ever convince yourself that there's not enough men in the world that are gentlemen, or there's not enough women in the world that are loving and affectionate and loyal. Don't ever convince yourself of those thoughts. It's not true. It's only true for you because you're manifesting it. So this is the message of don't hold back. Express yourself boldly, loudly to the universe. I want this. This is my reality. Don't be afraid. The other one here is a missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. This is a very important one. I should have done something, but I didn't take that offer. And this is regrets. A lot of us regret things we should have done in our 20s. Heck, things we should have done in our 30s. Things we should have said, things we should have done. The healthier person we could be back then. You know, these are the regrets. And it's like, oh, I had all this time. I had 10 years to be the best version of my best self now. And I blew it on what? Depression, sadness, a wasted relationship, lack. What did I blow it on? And so don't manifest any more missed opportunities. I want you guys to take some time today. And I posted it on my community channel. I'm sorry, not my community channel. My community post here on my channel. Just go to my page here on YouTube and slide over to where it says community. There's the free movie, The Secret. I would love you guys to watch it. If you've already watched it before, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, watch it again. But watch it with as much enthusiasm as you did the first time you watched it. You can't be distracted with other things. You have to have headphones on, or you have to give it your ultimate focus. Don't be scrolling through your iPad and scrolling through your phone at the same time. If you have to be doing something while you're watching something, work on your vision board. Work on that. But I really want you to just kind of exercise your manifestative gifts. And if you haven't seen the movie The Secret, you're in for a real treat. So go over there to my community section. It's a free movie here on YouTube, The Secret. Now, to reiterate what you're manifesting. Oh, you watched it tonight? That's awesome. To reiterate what you're manifesting, one is true love. You are manifesting someone to grow old with. A mature love. You are manifesting that. You are manifesting loyalty. You're manifesting someone who's not going to be separated from you. And remember, that doesn't mean physically. It means emotionally. They still might separate physically for whatever other reason. You are manifesting an absence. You are manifesting some kind of separation, whether it's conscious or subconscious. And whether you know it or not, you are manifesting some kind of neglect by yourself or put on by someone else to you. But there's some form of neglect from someone you wish would not neglect you. And remember, whenever you start praying and wishing, I hope they don't neglect me, that's exactly what's going to happen. You can't tell the universe, please send me someone that doesn't abandon me. Please send me someone that loves me and treats me with respect and never underestimates my value and never threatens to hurt me. You know, if you throw those into your manifestation, you're throwing a wrench in the whole thing. We can't manifest something good and then throw in something bad. We have to just put in the good. Instead of putting your fears out there about things you never want to see again, just put out there the things you want to see. I want respect. I want attention and affection. I want someone that will never leave my side. Well, I don't mean literally. You'll obviously need some personal space, but you know what I mean. I want someone that will always be there for me. That's probably a better state of words. I want someone that's always going to be there for me. I want someone that I get to laugh with and spend time with and share my life with. I want someone that is going to be my best friend and my lover. I want to be so in love that we find nothing but joy in each other's arms. We're inseparable. People are always going to see us together. People always see our love. They always see us laughing. They always see us in joy. I want that. And don't be afraid to ask for those things. When it comes to money, I want to travel, name the places, Hawaii, Turks and Caicos, Africa, wherever. I want to travel to this place. I want to do these things. I want to try these foods. Don't be afraid. Put yourself out there. When it comes to money, I want to own 10 homes, 20 homes. I want to have properties that make money for me. I want to have businesses that bring constant money inflow in my life. I want to own all multiple types of businesses and all multiple streams of income. Manifest this. And then create good and healthy habits. Go on a walk every day and keep manifesting this. Pray every day. Do mantras every day. Whatever it is that floats your boat, do your stretches and your mantras in your mind. Repeat affirmations every day. Whatever it is, create good and healthy habits. I heard, and I probably heard it from Marie Diamond from The Secret, but wealthy people are not cluttered. They have lots of clean space. Wealthy people dress nice. They take care of their hygiene very, 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 very well, better than anybody else. They keep their cars very clean. They listen to classical music, which is well known for the solfeggio tones. And the pitches of the music in classical is known for the stimulation of manifestation. So the kind of music they listen to is stimulating and helpful for the brain waves of manifestation. The kind of movies and things that they watch are stimulating. They're cultured. They fill themselves around rooms of people in positions of power and knowledge. They put themselves in positions of power and knowledge. But you have to do this for yourself. They read an awful lot. They don't get programmed by TV. You know what? Because they're out living their best life. They're not buying clothes at little stores. They're going to tailors. Their clothes are specially made for them. These are the rich, the wealthy. Their clothes are made for them. Their cars are cleaned for them. Their food is cooked for them. All they have to do is put on a smile and look great. Enjoy the sauna. Meet some people. Put on a face somewhere. Go travel somewhere. Speak publicly. Write a book. This is the life of the wealthy. They're not in a struggle mentality. You have to convince your brain and your body that the habits you've been used to are not your reality anymore. You have to open the door yourself and say, I'm prosperous and I'm abundant. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm more preaching than reading cards. My bad. Let's see what else you're manifesting. Justice. All right, so you're manifesting a righteous moment. You're manifesting the universe to work on your behalf, come through with a sword of truth and swoop you up and say, this is rightfully hers or rightfully his. You're looking for justice to come in and treat you fairly and give you your due and give you what you earned and basically just give you all you've ever asked for, which was fairness. You're manifesting this relationship, 2 of Cups. You're calling it in. True love, just like this elderly couple, true love. You're manifesting a destined lover. Forever love, if you will. Mature forever love. Partnership, companionship. A lot of you guys are manifesting an actual marriage. You're manifesting the Ace of Cups. Some of you guys are manifesting babies, children, or new romantic beginnings. A second honeymoon, if you will. But you're manifesting love. Love in career, love in relationships, love with family. You're manifesting peace and love. New beginnings with that. Page of Swords, one last reminder, you are a student. Even the teacher is a student of the universe. Never forget that you are a student. Don't keep telling yourself you've finished, you know it all. You're at the peak and there's nothing to learn from anyone. There is something to learn from everyone, even children. A lot of people tend to forget that. You can learn a lot from a 5-year-old. Okay. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Spirit, speak. What do you want to tell the collective? Rest. It's time for you to take a breather, my friend. Rest. Sometimes you need a vacation from your vacation. Sometimes you need to rest your mind from constant thinking, constant worrying. Rest. Be sure you take time out to just breathe and be grateful, connect with nature, be with the trees. The trees are very healing. They take negative energy away from you. Notice how all the animals gather under the trees, right above the roots of the tree. The tree is taking their stress and their worries and their pain, and it's giving them peace. The trees have so much to offer you, so make sure that you rest and find time to be in nature. Next, we have ideas. Desired creative expression. God, you guys are probably full of so many ideas, one right after the other, just like these clouds. I thought of ideas for this card because you guys remember that, back in the old days, right? Little cartoons. Anytime somebody had a thought or an idea, they would have little bubbles, little cloud bubbles, and then it would be one cloud and it would have a light bulb in it or an idea painted in the picture of the cloud. So with all these little clouds, as far as the eye could see, all I could think of was wow, look at all these ideas. Look at all these ideas. So you have a lot of desire right now to express yourself creatively through art, through drama, through music, through selling things, through putting a new face on you, through changing your expression, the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you walk, how you look. Ideas on how to manifest more things in your life, like love or money. There's so many ideas on how to make things better. This is why you have to have time to rest. Four of Swords. We cannot sit here and expect our ideas to take shape with no energy. We've been here for 57 minutes. So it's been pretty much an hour, girl. So yes, you're going to have to rewind. It's been a pretty great reading. This reading has been a collective reading about manifestation. What are we attracting to us right now? So this was a pretty good reading. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead with our ideas. I'm going to get the Whispers of the Angels, Whispers of Love, and just see what's coming up for you in love and romance and affection. What is a message or advice from the universe for your love life? Okay. Bottom of the deck, miracles and blessings. Your love life is a miracle in itself, but everything has its gift. Everything, that's what it says. You might be attracting what feels like a miracle relationship, a relationship that feels like only God, the universe, source, creator, could have given this to you. A relationship that you prayed for. And there it is. It's a miracle. Maybe you never thought that kind of relationship was possible. But the outcome says it is. So you're attracting a real blessing of a person. The universe also wants you to speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Gosh, we don't tend to think how powerful our words are. But when we really think about it, look how they're controlling our subconscious. Look how they're controlling our mind. Look how we say things affects our lives. Words are so powerful. They're like the most powerful. These are the real swords in our lives. they pierce. They pierce the energy in the world. They could also pierce someone's heart. Your words are swords. Never forget that. Never forget that your words are a double-edged sword. If you cut someone that loves you, it's going to end up hurting you as well. If you tell someone you love them and you treat them with respect, it comes back to you as well. The sword can affect you either way, but it will affect you. And so mind your words. Mind how you speak to the person you love, because this is your partner in life. This is the person who goes through life with you, through your highs, through your lows, through your happiness, through your sadness, through your victories and your losses. Helps support you through your hardships and your gains. You know, one of the most painful things I have to see, and I've seen some people very close to me mistreat their husbands or their wives. And I've seen the spouse just try to make conversation, tell a joke, be happy. And that spouse will, like a cold-hearted gust of wind, shut them down. Why are you talking? Why are you speaking? I already know what you want. That's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. It's so redundant. It's so ignorant. Why would you even interject with your mouth something that I already know? I've seen people get so offended at the way people they love express themselves. They are so profoundly offended that they go off on someone and cut and cut and cut. And they say so many things. They don't realize their words are accusing that person of being ignorant, stupid, childish, ridiculous, all these terrible things. And it's like, why would you treat somebody like that you love? Why would you treat your partner like that? Why would you treat somebody that's there for you in sickness and in health like that? Why would you treat someone that's graciously giving you a beautiful life or graciously giving you their life to share with you like that? What would offend you so greatly to that extent that you would have to make them cry or make them hurt for just being happy and having fun and expressing themselves? How messed up do you really have to be to do something like that? And so remember to speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life. Cruel words have the power to change someone's heart. Very powerful are our words. Sometimes we don't realize how we can hurt people that we love just by being irritated. Our own negative energy, being in a funky day, having a bad mood, or feeling some type of introverted, overstimulated way. How we could go off and affect someone for the next 10 years or a lifetime just by that one moment of going off on someone. And they're going to remember that for how long? So don't cry over spilled milk. Don't get upset over a missaid word, especially if somebody has a smile on their face and says, I hope that's not what I meant. Be quick to forgive, slow to anger. The Bible even says this. Quick to forgive and slow to anger is a wise person. I can't exactly quote it, but it's to that extent. Slow to anger, quick to give, and even quicker to forgive. is a wise person and someone that will always be loved by many. So anyway, speak your language of love, guys. That is the advice here for relationships from the universe. It looks like you have a life partner coming your way. All right, baby. I love you. I love my cat. Okay, I'm almost done. All right, so we're done with this reading today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is what you are attracting. I thought it would be a much more positive message, but you know what? It came out, whoever needed to hear it, the way that they heard it, obviously needed to hear it. So that's going to be for someone, okay? And it's going to help someone not attract those things anymore because of this message, okay? So we're going to take that to the bank. Now I'm going to deliver 6 free readings for people in the audience. It is Saturday. I like to give a donation to you guys. Whoever catches my eye, I'm looking for new names, new subscribers. I try not to pull the same names over and over. So I'll do my best not to do that. Let's scroll through and see who's new that catches my, or even if you're not new, we're just going to say newer, okay? Newer is fine. So Divyansha Mishra, I'm new here. If you're here and you're still watching, speak up and come forward and claim your reading. And Betty Angel Tarot, I see you're new. You caught my eye. I am considering a career change. Is this the right move for me? Let's take a look. Betty Angel Tarot. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me with these cards for Betty Angel. Show me if this new career move is the best movement for her. Is this the right path? For Betty Angel, is this the right path? Show me the right path. Is this it? Show me if the current is it. Bottom of the deck here, Betty is neglected, interestingly enough. I failed to give you what you need. It looks like your current job did not come through for you the way you wanted it to come through. So I sense a lot of disappointment. This did not work out the way that I thought it would work out. So now I'm looking at doing something different. You know, I feel like you maybe possibly haven't put a whole lot into this. 9 of Swords, it makes you wonder, could it have been more? What could I have done differently as the Empress to help it to grow? Death. And the Devil, interestingly. Did you let the devil talk to your ear? Did you let someone negative, perhaps a Capricorn? Maybe there's a Capricorn mindset somewhere for you here. But there is this overshadowing power that's here that says you have no control. You are not in control. I'm in control. And I definitely feel like it scared you. There was this oppressive Saturn energy. You may have been oppressed by perhaps a Sati Sati with Vedic astrology. That's Saturn that comes before your moon, during your moon, and after your moon house. And it creates some of the most difficult 7 years of your life. It could be that. It could also be just the fact that you let this mindset get a hold of you. 9 of Swords, you know what this means. You do tarot. This is sometimes the beast is bigger than it really is. We can turn a small problem into a nightmare. And we think the worst. We can overthink things and have sleepless nights and over worrying. A lot of stress, heartache, panic, worry. Let's see what else. The shadow side, you made me realize my flaws. Gossip, I'm afraid of what other people will think. An unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. So, just kind of like I said here a minute ago with your recent career situation, it didn't go the way you planned. It's made you go inside yourself and in your shadow. There's a lot of fear about what people would say about you. What if they really found out what you really wanted to do? What if they really found out what you're really into or who you are or what you believe? It's almost like you let other people get in control of your situation, honestly, with the devil. I don't see a big commitment to what it is you wanted to do, which required a big commitment with the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like Saturn was testing your determination. Are you quick to give up on things? Or is it like a habit or a tendency to start something and if it doesn't go well to just give it up? I feel like your parents may have taught you, don't waste your time, cut your losses. Don't put all your time and energy into a situation that doesn't pay off well. It's like, don't keep feeding the same situation. You're not going to get anything out of it. There's some kind of core belief in you that feels like that. What I'm hearing is your current path may not be the right choice. And the only reason it may not be the right choice is because you didn't put enough time and energy into something else. Like you didn't see it through to the end. There's been a lot of conflict with relationships that have also triggered a situation with your previous career. There's a lot of doubts and fears and worries, and it's a very mysterious, fearful place in the past. I feel like it wasn't giving you what it needed to give you. We have bad habits here, gossiping, conversation, listening to other people. I wanted to call you and hear your voice. There's something here about other people kind of telling you what your destiny is. Other people telling you what you should do or you shouldn't do. And some trouble trusting yourself with the Nine of Swords. I'm struggling to find the right path for myself, which is really, I'm struggling to find my own voice, my bravery and my courage with strength. Let's get some basic tarot. Yeah, this is a personal, guys. This is not a collective reading. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Betty Angel Tarot. This is her reading. I don't know if she's resonating with it, but this is her reading. I'm giving away 6 today. So this is one of the 6. I have 5 left to give away for whoever else I kind of feel called to in the audience here. So we have 3 of Swords, this broken heart. Obviously, I'm really upset. I'm really sad. And I'm also very frustrated that these things didn't work out the way I wanted. 9 of Pentacles. Had it made you a lot of money, had it made you successful, you might have stuck to it more. Then we have 2 of Wands in the reverse. And this is, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to decide. 6 of Cups, I'm going to keep looking back in the past, wishing, wondering, and hoping. Maybe it could have worked if I would have done A, B, and C differently. So you would hate to move on and always look back at one of your great loves. I feel like you're leaving a career that was a great love of yours. This was something that I feel you really felt bonded to, where you felt really close to this particular career that you're now choosing to walk away from, mostly because, there's a lot of other words being said about your current situation. So you've kind of uncommitted yourself from that and let what you wanted to create die, which is, I think, an unfortunate early death of a situation that could have become more. What comes to my mind is I had someone speak about gardening, like literal vegetables and stuff like that. And they said one of the biggest things in gardening is giving your soil, literally your dirt, 3 years to be nutritious and rich. And it carries properties to shoo away pests. And she said, you can plant a garden this summer and you're going to get a bunch of bugs. You're going to get ladybugs, you're going to get pests, you're going to get all these kinds of things that want to eat all of your produce before it even gets ripe. And she's like, it's very frustrating. You're going to try your darndest to keep the critters out, but then you're going to put, you know, fences and gates all around it, and it doesn't look very pretty. And then you still can't stop the bugs from getting in. So she's like, you don't want to use pesticides, obviously, for obvious reasons. So it's very frustrating. And she's like, then that garden won't do very well, so they'll try it again the next year. And the same thing happens. And maybe they'll try it one more time the next year and the same thing happens. They give up. She says the key to gardening is, remember, the first 3 years, your crop is going to be crap, basically. It's going to be crap. You're going to get all the problems. But then, like magic, your soil, the nutrients give information to the roots of the plants. And it starts building its own pesticide, if you will, its own natural pesticide. And they won't want to come eat it. I'm not talking about the critters, but the bugs. The same bugs won't come over and create all that havoc. And, she said if you give it 3 years, you're going to be very happy with your crop. Because on the 4th year, you're going to have a great garden. The soil's ready and it's rich and things are going to grow out of control. But you have to go through 3 years of drama, basically. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you about your current career path. Give it a little more time, perhaps. Push through the difficult times. See it through to the end. With the Empress, it's patience. Good things come to those who wait. I don't know if that's going to help you in your career situation. I hope it does. But that's the message I got for you. There is something good coming to you in time. Either way, I sense there's going to be abundance. You did get the Empress. But you don't want to have short-lived abundance. Sometimes people jump ship and go to another career and like, oh, this is so much better. I'm making way more money. And it doesn't last. It might last a year and then plummet. So this is, make sure you can stick to something and give it enough time before you really test it out. You're welcome, Betty Angel. I'm so glad that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much, and welcome here to my channel. I hope that I was, somewhat dead on for you, knowing that you do tarot as well. I hope you read those cards and they mean something to you as well. All right, so who was next? I called one more name. Did she ever come back? The person that I called? Oh, well, I don't see that person anymore. Okay, so I'm going to call the next person that comes to me that stands out, that's free. Tracy, number 3. Got to try and try again until you fully flourish. Tracy, number 3. I want to give you a free reading. So what is your questions? Okay, the other girl's not here. Okay. All right. So Tracy, number 3. Hey there, Chrissy. I'm glad you downloaded Skype. That is awesome. Okay. Tracy, do you have any questions? Are you still here? Betty Angel Tarot, yes, that was great. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Raquel, you don't think she returned? Okay, so Tracy's gone. So I'm going to move on to the next person. Okay. The next person I see is Angie. I feel like I'm called to you, Angie. Do you have a question? Let's go ahead and get a question here for you. Oh, Tracy's back. Okay, so we're going to do Tracy, then Angie. Okay. So Tracy's the 5th, and Angie, you're number, well, you know what I mean, not the 5th person, but you're number 2, and I only have 5 left, and then after Tracy, I have 4 left. So that's what I meant. I don't know, Markers, you help me keep up, because I'm clearly, obviously, like, not on track. All right, Tracy, will things get better with health issues in the next year or so? Let's take a look. I feel like I need to use the Lenormand. Are things going to get better for you with health? Spirit, please help guide and direct me for Tracy. Are things going to get better for her with health? You have some karma with your health. Saturn has something to do with your health. Fortunately for you, things are going to get better according to the cards. Sumo, settle. Go to bed. Just go to bed. Bottom of the deck is the clock. So it's only a matter of time. Okay? Right now, your health is an obstacle. Sumo, go to bed. Okay. Right now, your health is a big obstacle. We've got the mountain. And this is probably one of the biggest problems in your life. And you're just trying to get rid of it. You're trying to deal with it. But there's something here for you to be rejuvenated. You know, there's that saying for the... Quiet down, please. There's that saying for the person that gets in the car accident comes a new form of yoga and healthy eating and restoration of the body. Sometimes the body goes through some level of health and trauma before it can be reborn. So I feel like there's a gift, there's a blessing in disguise in your current health situation. And it's really up to you through time to see what is the blessing in this health crisis, this health situation. And you're going to get a gift with the bouquet. This is a blessing. It's a gift. It's literally a present. It's good news. And then we have a gamble, which is like, I know it's like rolling the dice. We're not sure, but this is take a risk, take a leap of faith. Think of the Fool card. Open your heart and believe in miracles. Believe in the universe that even a dire situation has a miracle waiting. And then we have the Star, which is supreme health, supreme healing, divine guidance, a message of prosperity and abundance, and that even means health. So you're about to be blessed once you find the blessing in the disguise of your health situation. So I'm here to answer your question. It says, is your health going to get better? Yes. To simply answer your question, yes, your health is going to get better according to the cards. There's something also about water that you need to pay attention to. I'm hearing your water is a big problem. I don't know if it's the water you bathe in, the water you drink. The water has a lot to do with your health issues. I highly suggest getting a proper water filter. spending a little money for one of those little water things that I don't know exactly what it does, but it puts ions into the water before you drink it, and perhaps getting a specific shower head or some kind of water filtration system of some type, and drinking natural, fresh, live water, not water that's been dead in a water ball on a supermarket shelf for a year, but live water with nutrients. So I am encouraging you here with this water, glaciers with water from the snow here. I feel like water is something you need to take seriously, and it might very much change your life. Dr. Sebi bathed in natural springs in Costa Rica that was full of natural whatever was in there. I'm not exactly even sure, but apparently this water was like miracle healing, and they would drink it and bathe in it, and it was just fresh water. That was the best water on the earth. And water is going to be your make or break it here with your health. Okay, so pay attention to your water. That's the issue with your health, or at least it's contributing to the issues. And if you fix the water, it will help you get out of your issues. Also, getting rid of parasites with that scythe, whatever you want to call it. Drink wormwood tea. Get rid of those parasites, because that's also contributing to your health situation. Tracy, your water is bad here. We just got water filters for our showers and have the Berkey. Oh, good. Well, I'm picking up on what you've already done. That's awesome. So then this message is confirming what you already know, which is my water was an issue. And you intuitively, psychically, Tracy, did that on your own. You instinctively knew my water's an issue, and you're fixing it. So that in that case, this message is confirming what you already know, that water's an issue, and you're fixing it. So you're doing a good job. That's so crazy that you mentioned that. I definitely need to drink more water. It is crazy. It still baffles me how I connect with people in readings and how I don't know exactly what the message is, but these thoughts come to me. It's called I can't even think of it. Uh, cognitive something markers, help me out. I know it. I taught it, but my brain right now. Um, um, something cognizance. I can't think of the word. You think I would know with that gift, but apparently not. But things just come to my mind like that. It's just like a knowing, and I it's like a puzzle, and I can't make sense of it. It's just like pieces to a puzzle. And only you have the rest of the puzzle. But I have these missing pieces. And so when I'm doing a reading, it's like, boom, it comes to me. And then the picture is made clear. And it's like, oh, that's why I have that thought. That's why that came in. Because I'm I'm reading your energy. It's even worse in person, guys. I pick up a lot on people over the phone, and you're thousands of miles probably away from me. So I'm still picking up on your energy, thank God. But in person, whenever I touch someone, it's on fire. Whenever I get next to someone, I instantly know. I just know things. It's so crazy. But every one of you guys has this gift. Oh, I remember now. It's called claircognizance. For whatever reason, I couldn't remember that. Claircognizance. That's part of the gifts that I have. But I want you, each and every one of you, to know we all have this gift. And we're just reading each other's auras. We're reading each other's Akashic records. Every one of us is a star child. We're born with these intuitive psychic gifts. Some of us have a prominent psychic gift in one specific area, but we all have these supernatural, superpower gifts. And I want you to use them and believe in yourself. Trust in your gifts. If I never trusted in mine, I wouldn't be here. Trust in your gifts. Don't shove it away like it's nothing, because it's something. And Tracy, the fact that you picked up on your water being a problem and you took time and energy to go get water filters is a miracle, because it's confirming that your psychic intuition was telling you, Tracy, fix the water. You're right on it. And I'm so glad you listened to the universe. Thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you for the $9.99 on Super Chat. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tracy. You are gifted. You're the psychic that picked up on your water situation. I'm just reading your aura. I'm just reading your energy, girl. Thank you so much for being here, my psychic sister. I appreciate you for being here, and thank you so much for that super chat. All right. So now we're going to get into who is next, Markers? Angie. Angie, are you still here, honey? Let's go ahead and do your reading. Let me know. Oh, there's your question. I see it. I see it. Luna, you're next. I see your name. You're standing out to me. Markers, Luna is next. So how many do we have left? We have 2 people left after Luna. Is that right? I don't know. Help me keep up, Markers. Okay. Angie, I have so many questions, but I think I will go with whatever comes out for me. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate this read from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Angie, and you're very welcome. I felt very called to you. I just want you to know my heart was called to you. You're going through something. You're just really going through something. You're going through a change. You're going through a transformation. And you're not alone in that. You're feeling your vibration at a very high level right now. You're sensing things about yourself that are different. And what I mean is you're definitely sensing that your vibration is so real. And if you put your hand on your chest when you're talking, all of you who's watching, you should do this. Put your 2 hands over your chest, over your heart, and just start talking out loud. You can feel the echo, the vibration, and the energy coming out from your body as you're speaking. And that is the energy we give the universe when we talk. That vibe is like a wave of water into the ethers, telling the universe our truth, who we are, our experiences, what we feel, what we're going through, what we want. We're just this huge vibrational energy. And I feel like it's really important for you to get a massage. Sumo, go lay down, go to bed, mind your business. What are you doing? Go to bed. You have no business out there. None. Thank you. That's quite enough. I can't even believe you right now. What are you doing? Why? Why? No. Just go to bed. Thank you. Or go sit with him. Go on with yourself. Go on with yourself. Go on. Go get some water. Go lay down. You're just a mess right now. You know that? You're just a mess right now. Okay. Sorry for that interruption there. I need to have a conversation with my dog because he has issues. Okay, so Angie, and I'm wearing headphones, so it was more echoey. That's awesome. So yeah, Spirit wants you to recognize your vibration and how it really affects your environment, just like a wave ripple in the water. Angie, yes, you're very broken with scar tissue and now arthritis in my neck. Wow. See, that's why you need to go get a massage. I need you to do that. I need you to go get a massage. You know, I don't know if you have a place called The Now where you live, but it's supposed to be nationwide. And I highly recommend the massage place called The Now Massage. You really deserve it. You need it. You should go have that. And your dog needs a reading. Oh gosh. That's funny. She's hearing things you're not. She knows I was addressing a dog. You had a small stroke in November. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. You're going through a lot, and that's why I was called to you. I feel that you're going through a lot. Oh, you're in Canada? Dang. Well, I don't know if they're there. But either way, you need to go get a massage. You're under a high amount of stress. And your vibration that you're sending out is I'm hurt, I'm wounded, I'm hurting. And then you kind of tend to live in fear because of the stroke, because of what your body's going through. Your body's in a state of fear and trauma. You need to tell your body, we are resilient. My DNA and my body is meticulously very good at fixing whatever's broken in me and healing whatever needs healing. All the DNA can repair itself in my body. I am fully restored. Every morning you wake up, I want you to tell yourself, my body is fully restored. Okay? Start telling yourself that, please. All right, let's see what the universe wants to tell you, Angie. So, you're not ready to leave this world, says the universe. I'm not ready. I still have so much to do in this world. I have so many things I have to resolve and discuss. I have so much unfinished business. So right now you're like, no, don't take me out. I'm not ready. We have indecisive. I know my inability to make a decision hurts you, but it means it hurts yourself. So you have an indecisiveness about what to do next. What should you do? Should I move? Should I stay? Should I go? You fill in the blank. And it's so overwhelming for you because you're by yourself. The stress from your life is draining and extremely overwhelming. And you tackle all your normal problems in life, which we all have, tackle that on top of a stroke and pain in the body, inflammation. So one of your go-to tricks is going to be grounding. Buying some grounding sheets from Amazon. They carry copper and silver in the sheets. You plug it into the wall, literally, and you sleep with very little clothes on and you ground in your sheets every night. Excellent for arthritis or any inflammation in the body, which creates all disease. So grounding outside, you probably already automatically know. Putting your feet in the ground without shoes. If you can wear leather shoes, go for leather. I know summertime, it's popular to wear Birkins. Wear Birkins. They're not rubber. They're not plastic. They're leather. Birkins can still help you ground. Crocs will not help you ground. Nikes are not going to help you ground. But if you do have tennis shoes and you want to ground, there are some tabs that you can put from the inside of your shoe, sticking all the way out to the bottom of your shoe. Okay? And that you can buy separately to transform whatever shoes you have into a grounding type of shoe. Okay? And that's also available on YouTube or Amazon. The sheets are going to be called Ground Works, I think. No. Not Ground Works. Just look in Google or Amazon grounding sheets. You'll find it. They're a little bit expensive, but they're worth it. Okay? And that's going to be something that you really need to, just do in your life is get grounded because you're way overwhelmed here. You have a very hard time making up your mind. We have a big reveal coming. I want to tell you the truth. Unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. The old you didn't really get to express yourself. Nobody knows the real you. I think you have an untold book or an untold story. Something like that is what I'm hearing. There's an untold story. Maybe your friends and family or loved ones. Or maybe it is a book, but your life story hasn't been told. You feel like people don't know the real you. They know the you that wears a mask. They know the you that tries to be the you for everybody else, but the real you hasn't even had a chance to pop its head out and say, here I am, that the new you hasn't had a chance to live. So you're like, don't take me out before I get to express myself. And then we have the new chapter, which is your destiny. The reason you're still here through all of your issues in life, you may have very well had thoughts of suicide. Maybe not, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting with that card, indecisive. You may have had thoughts about you're better off not here, or life might be too painful to be here. And then you tell yourself, no, I want to be here. The real me wants to come out and speak. Very Gemini. And this is the new chapter that you deserve to be here. Your voice deserves to be heard. And now that you are the confident, healed version of yourself, you have a right to thrive, a right to live, a right to be the healthiest version of yourself, the most outspoken, powerful version of yourself. And so Spirit says that is your destiny. You haven't even begun to live. All right? And this is the card saying you haven't even begun to live. Now that you can reveal your truth, live. Be you. Because everyone doesn't appreciate all the hard work you've been putting into being who they wanted you to be. No one appreciates the sacrifices you've made, the dreams that you've squandered for others. They don't appreciate it. And you know what? It's like they don't care because they really don't. They really don't. And it's time for you to live for you. So let's get a tarot here for what is your outcome here. The outcome for you is the Three of Pentacles. Improvements are underway. Life has just begun, a brand new life for you. There might be some delays around the corner, but you are going to be appreciated. Start to be more authentic, and this is about rebuilding yourself and making progress with yourself. You are in the healing. You are in the process. Temperance. You might be having some money restrictions. It's not going to last for long. Test the waters of abundance and manifestation. You're going to see great success. Improvements in your life are underway. This is a brand new life you didn't think was possible. Basically, what I'm hearing for you, Angie, is you're getting a second chance at life. The life you always wanted to live is yours. You've had a lot of delay. It's taken a long time with the Temperance card, but it's not over. There's something brand new and beautiful about to come your way. And people are going to be very surprised at how drastically different your life is going to look now that you're living this new life. So thank you so much for being here, Angie. That is the message I got for you. And if you guys are looking for anything more personal, a longer period of time for a reading, please consider following me here on my website, jks1111.com, and ordering a reading or signing up with my membership that gives you a lot of free readings. Okay? So check that out. Angie, you're coming out of this depression of 14 years. Girl, this is why you have a second chance at living. That's why these cards are saying that for you. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Luna, what is your question, honey? You're welcome, Angie. The best is yet to come is your reading, Angie. The best is yet to come. You haven't even had a chance to live with who you are creatively. You just watch. Luna, do you see a true love life partner for me? Okay, let's take a look. Spirit, please guide and direct me for Luna Lapis. Do you see a true love life partner for her? bottom of the deck here is daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. This is great. This is what I look for in manifestation. All the good things in this world come about from daydreaming. If a person can't daydream, they can't experience what they want in manifestation. And you are always daydreaming, longing. That's beautiful. That's a very good energy for manifesting what you want. We have damage. We are both hurting from this. We have the chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. We have mend. I want to fix our connection. And we have reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. You know, you have a true love coming into your life, but it's not a new true love. You might have this true love when you're older, more mature. I don't know how old you are now, but you might be much older when you reconcile with your true love. That could be 20 years from now. I don't know. I don't know how old you are. I don't know your situation. But I do want to share this one particular love story with you. Well, two of them. One, my grandma and grandpa were together when they were young, and it just didn't work out. You know, long story short, they went to other people. They had a love child, but they fell in love with other people. They grew apart, and they always loved each other, but there was a good 40 years of distance, 4 decades. And then they found each other again. Well, he found her, and they got together and they got married as seniors, as grandparents, and they fixed their connection. So, yeah, they were both damaged at one time, but they fixed it, even if it came late in their golden years. Another couple that I know, high school sweethearts, he was about 4 years older than her. So she was in high school, but he was just graduated. It was like a freshman, senior type of thing. And they had a good 4 years of love, like 3.5 or 4 years. And it was just beautiful love, but it didn't work out. They fought. There was jealousy. There's a lot of learning, as young people need to learn and grow. And they separated. A very terrible breakup. It was total damage. They were both hurting each other in that relationship. They both were hurting. So it didn't work out. And you know what? 25 years later, no, 30 years later, it was like 25 or 30. I'm not sure. I'm just going to say between 25 and 30 years. They reunited. Reunited, and it feels so good, right? They reunited and they reminisced. They remembered who they were when they were young. At this point in time, I think they were in their 40s, something like that. So it took them a long time. Both of them had 2 other significant relationships, each between each other, and they reunited. So, I mean, they weren't seniors, but they were mature. They were mature people. So I kind of get that feeling for you. Again, I don't know how old you are, girl, but I do feel like your true love is out there, but it's probably somebody you've already met. And I'm getting the feeling that distance makes the heart go fonder. I also get the feeling that this relationship is going to heal. You're in your 40s. Okay, you're on the way. So you're close. You might very well reunite with someone you've been with in the past. This is only after they have changed and transformed. You and this person had a lot of love, and you guys are going to be able to fix that situation. And I believe you guys are going to be able to grow old together. I believe this is someone you didn't ever think you would break up with, but you did, and you moved on. And if that's currently happening, if you broke up with someone and You're moving on, you know, whether it's 20 years ago or yesterday. The reading says your true love is with someone that you guys are going to heal and reunite. Okay? So I just feel like in due time, your connection will heal. But first, there's a separation. Keep dreaming of the goal, though, because that's the most important thing. What do you want when you're older? Keep visualizing the relationship you want, not the relationships that didn't work, not the issues and the problems in those relationships. Don't focus on that. Focus on the goal, what you want. And I just want to say real quick, I got a vision of a runner. What if a runner for the United States Olympics or any Olympics was running towards the finish line, but all he ever envisioned was tripping, falling, that one time he skinned his knee, that one time somebody passed him, you know, or those 10 times that he didn't make the finish line? What if this Olympic runner sat there in all his training and just said, oh man, I remember that time. Boy, I remember when I fell on my face. Boy, I remember when I lost to those 3 other guys. You know, constant reminder of his failures. How would he ever get the gold medal? All he wants to sit there and think about is all his failures. No, I believe the gold, I can't talk today, seriously. The gold medal winners visualize crossing the line. They visualize it. And it doesn't matter how many times they lost or didn't make it. They always visualize the finish line. And that's how they make it. So I don't care how many times you failed. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep visualizing the end goal here, which is, looks like mending a relationship. So that's what I have for you, girl. I do think true love exists, but apparently it's going to be a relationship that that gets mended. Okay, that's the cup of tea that you get served. Okay. Excuse me. So thank you so much for being here. Markers, how many people do I have left? You're very welcome. 2 readings left? Okay. So let's see who the next 2 people are that I'm going to pick. Markers, your birthday's coming up? Oh, 62 in a few days. Oh, Markers. Hey, that's still a baby in the eyes of the universe. Terry Stacy, I'd like to do a reading for you. Brandy Harrison. I see you, girl. Welcome, and I know who you are. I'm going to give you a reading also. So Terry and Brandy are the next 2 people that get free readings. Welcome, and thank you so much for being a member. Let's go ahead and get in. So good to see you. Excuse my nails, girl. It's just a hot mess right now. Alex, you're a new subscriber. Aw, Alex, I'm going to give you a reading too. Markers, we're going to do 1 bonus there for Alex. Alex also gets a free reading. I'll do the lucky 7 today. Alex, Brandy, and Terry. So we're going to start with Terry. And what is your question? You're welcome, Alex. And everybody new, welcome to my channel. Welcome here to JKS. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you like your readings. The collective reading is all the way at the beginning. If you want to watch this one, it's about manifestation. If you want to watch another reading that I did earlier today, just go here to my YouTube and then go to live and then scroll down and you'll see my most recent videos. All my videos are live, so you're going to see all my stuff there. Okay? And just see what resonates with you. All right, so Terry, what is your question? She's probably writing it. Everybody have your questions ready so I can answer them with the cards. And thank you all for so much for being here. Brandy, I hope you like Texas. Your picture is beautiful. I love it. I'm so glad you found me. Markers, you know you're going to get a free reading for your birthday as well. Not today, but on your birthday. Absolutely. Terry, go ahead and post your question. Okie dokie. All right. Spirit, guide and direct me for the cards for Terry. Show me what Terry needs to know. It's beautiful here, missing friends and my heart. I'm so sorry. Did you leave your little one here, your oldest? I saw something there and I was like, did you leave? Why didn't he go with you? Because I know you took your two youngest. Unless I'm confused about all of that. You got to do what you got to do. Your youngest? Oh my gosh. Girl, that's so hard. Terry Stacy, where do things stand with my person? Okay, let's see where things stand. Let's get the current vibe between you and your person. Holy Spirit, guide and direct me for Terry. Show me where things stand. All right, so down here we have 3 of Cups. Celebration and bringing happiness. Listen, that's friendship. So there's definitely something going on with friendship between you and your person. Okay? Feeling more like we're friends than lovers. It's like, I want more than that. You know, I want to have a deeper connection. There's something here. Maybe friends are also a problem. It could just mean friends are being a problem in the connection. But friendship is posing some kind of an issue here. Bottom of the deck over here. New chapter. I am trying to move on. Okay? So it could be that someone here is trying to move on, Terry. Queen of Swords, this is very harsh, but it's direct. And I'm trying to make improvements with my own life. This could be you. This could be this person, whatever. There's a sense of attachment. Attachment to old habits and old ways that somebody doesn't want to give up. Understanding, I see your side of the story. Broken, I feel shattered about this situation. And overwhelmed, which is a lot like overthinking. And this is stress, and it's draining for me. So honestly, I think where you guys stand, Terry, is maybe you guys got to get back to being friends. Friends is where it's at. The best relationships start out on friendship. And the most wounded relationships are healed by friendship. But you have to have that established, I love you, I trust you, I care about you, I see your side of the story. There has to be this mutual understanding, forgiveness, and empathy, if you will. Right now, things are so damaged between you guys. It's just cold. It's harsh. There needs to be a lot more self-love, self-care. Improvements are underway between you and this person, but there's a lot of issues that got to get dealt with, one of which is jealousy. The other is not being able to let go of karmic relationships or karmic ties and karmic cycles. It's like, I don't want to let go of the old stressor, the old ways, I have a hard time letting go of it. But that's what has to get dealt with for the new chapter of your life. Excuse me. So don't be overwhelmed by the BS. If you want to fix what's left between you and your person, you're going to have to be direct and state your boundaries and your needs and your wants. And there's going to have to be a measure of forgiveness. because this relationship is just way too broken. But I do think there's a level of healing. I'll be honest, there could very well be remnants of another woman. But that being said, if there is, it was seeking out friendship. And if you want to fix what you guys have, if you want to, heal those wounds by being friends first. Now, if you came here to find out, is your person having an affair with a friend? Does a friend know about it? Is there a third party I'm not aware of? Then the answer is yes, there is. Is it something you should worry about? No, because either way, you're ready for a new chapter. And I think you're ready to detach and let go with the Queen of Swords. So I do think that you are ready to cut ties and cut things out that just no longer serve you. So whatever you feel like doing, it's going to be the right choice. Follow your gut, your intuition. You know, it's time to be an authority in your own life. So that's what I feel for you, Terry. And Brandy, okay. So reading on my twin flame sounds amazing. Okay, so you want to see what's going on with your twin flame. Skylar wanted to stay in Colorado with her dad. I just had too much instability in the last 2 years. No, that's okay. You know, she's here with her dad. That's what counts. That's probably, you know, fate, an important move, part of her chart. You know, part of her walk in life and part of yours. Terry, Stacy, you're welcome. All right, Brandy, let's see what's going on with you and a twin flame. First one is habits need to get broken. Bad habits are hard to break. Easy to make, but hard to break. I don't know if we will ever change. So you're very much worried that you and your twin flame are just, it's never going to get better. Are we ever going to change? Are we going to keep going through the same cycle and lessons? You got a new chapter as well, which is what you're doing down there in Texas. A whole new chapter in life. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to get away from that twin. I'm trying to change my life for the better and make things possible and exciting for me. You're tired of feeling unappreciated. This is the bad habit, Brandy. Every time you're with someone, you're like a ghost. Everything you do is not seen. Everything you put out there, everything you offer just walked all over like a doormat. And you're just like, I'm not appreciated. I'm not even sure you care. I'm not even sure you see me. Because you have a very beautiful heart. You're a very fun and loving person. You don't know why you've been dealt the cards you've been dealt in your life. Because you certainly didn't go looking for it. You have to escape, which is great. This is what you did. You escaped your situations. You left when things got hard. And maybe that's what you needed to do. 8 of Cups, right? I had to escape. I had to leave. Things got way too hard for me where I was at. And you know what? Where was your twin? Where was your twin when you needed that assistance, when you needed that help, that guidance, that support? And you're like, I had to go. What else am I supposed to do? You're manifesting commitment. I want you to be a part of my future. So you really want this twin to come around, be fixed, be healed, and be there for you. You feel like you and your twin have a lot of unfinished business, and the truth is, you guys do. You have a lot of unfinished business. You guys have made a lot of mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Both of you twins are mirroring in the fact where you're kind of going backwards and fixing the things of your past. Dealing with your shadow sides. You made me realize my flaws. I have a lot of regrets. I wish this never happened. Guilty. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. So this is your twin, how they feel. Your twin feels guilty. And a lot of the pain you're going through, they could have fixed. They could have made better. But they 8 of Cups. They ran. They abandoned you, and that was a bad habit. Your twin mirrors you. Your twin is a runner. And you're not really a runner, but you had to run, mirroring your twin, and you had felt forced to do what you had to do to leave the connection, to better yourself. You and your twin are going to get a second chance. Not right now, but I feel like around the holidays, around July 4th, I think there's going to be an unexpected visit or a love in your life. It's going to give you that second chance. Things are going to get better. You might even have a reunite over a lake. Like there might be something to do with a lake. Yeah, you get to reunite with your person. You might be invited sometime this summer. This is probably what you needed to heal and get some closure and fix some unfinished business. Your twin knows that they've made a lot of mistakes, Brandy. This twin knows that they messed something up with a very good person that was meant for them. They're guilty as charged. They realize they caused the damage. The problem is your values were very different than theirs. And I think that's a lot of the problems you're going to face in your twin flame connection. You might have a whole different set of beliefs and values than your person. You know, it's like a conservative blending with a liberal. It doesn't work. There is that saying, we have to be equally yoked. We have to be of sound mind and body in the same direction. There is something here, a bad habit that needs to be broken. A habit of being a doormat, a habit of being a constant giver, a habit of not having healthy boundaries, authority, or standards. These bad habits need to get broke for a commitment. And there's some kind of guidance that needs to happen. I feel some kind of an authority or taking responsibility needs to happen by your twin or you, but there's a leadership role that has not been felt here. Somebody has to take a leadership role. And it's that allowing you to come into your femininity, allowing you to feel safe and feel secure, allowing you to just relax and let it be and not feel the need to escape out of fear that you're not safe, that it's not secure, that you're not taken care of. Your twin is going to carry guilt by not stepping up when he should have. Guilt that they didn't step into that authority role, and guilt that they weren't there. Your guilt is going to come from not having healthy boundaries. Your guilt is going to come from not forgiving yourself and allowing yourself to be vulnerable because you're always having to be so strong. This new chapter in your life is more than just leaving things behind and running away. This chapter in your life is finding Brandy, loving Brandy, knowing Brandy is not part of the family, but Brandy is Brandy's own separate soul with a whole different journey from everyone. Brandy gets to experience life for the first time, just like Brandy's children, just like Brandy's parents, just like Brandy's friends. This is Brandy's first time, and you have a right to enjoy and indulge and be happy, and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. And this is a time where Brandy gets to be vulnerable. This is a time where Brandy gets to be in her femininity and fall back into, I am open to being nurtured and cared for and led by the proper twin flame masculine energy that comes into my life. I deserve to be led, and I will allow that to be so. And so one of the habits that you're breaking is being controlling. And one of the habits that your twin is breaking is being too close-minded, because there needs to be some kind of equally yoked situation. So that's what I see. But either way, you're in a new chapter, and that's awesome. All right. So Terry, Brandy, and now I have Alex. Alex, do you have a question? And thank you so much, Brandy. I'm so glad you're a new subscriber and you joined me here on YouTube. Thank you so much. I'll give you an additional card and bottom of the deck sometime next week as well for being a new member here with YouTube. Thank you so much. Alex, like 21, what's Rick's feelings for me, please? All right, what is Rick's feelings for you? Brandy, you're welcome. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, girl, for more personals. You know the deal. Love you. I'm proud of you. Takes a lot of guts to do what you did. And it's inspiring too. I wish I could just go somewhere new. That feels really exciting. Really happy for you. All right. So what is Rick's feelings? Okay. What is Rick's feelings, please? Show me Alex and Rick. What is Rick's feelings? Oh, there's a double there. Okay. What is Rick's feelings? Let's get some Rick confessions. Over here we have space. I need more time to think. Right now, Alex, Rick just is obviously stepping away from you to get space. He just doesn't have it all figured out. Perhaps you're the one that needs space. I don't know, but I feel that he needs space. He's trying to figure out his feelings. He's trying to figure out your connection with him. You are lovely from head to toe. I'm addicted to your body, mind, and soul. I've closed down my feelings and I quit love. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, a secret. A secret is Rick despises others to give you the attention that he knows he should be giving you, but pride stands in his way. That's his biggest problem. He won't admit that to you. That's a secret, but he has some jealousy. But it's his own fault. We also have values and broken, feeling shattered about this situation. We have too many differences in our values. And reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take. So he feels like the relationship wasn't 50-50. He feels it wasn't fair. It doesn't need to be fair. You need to give 100 and 100. I'm a firm believer of traditional roles. Please don't judge me on that, guys. If you want to do something fun and exhilarating and it's in your birth chart, go for it. Otherwise, I'm a very big fan of traditional roles because I feel like it allows people to step in to their femininity and their masculinity. And I feel that becomes a union within the self that makes them feel very whole and very confident. And I feel when people need a crutch, when people need someone to lean on, need someone to depend on, they can't make it on their own, I feel that's very codependent. And I feel like when people can be on their own, but they expect 50-50, I see that as selfish. That I'm looking out for my best interests, not ours. That my money's my money and your money is yours. I feel that's not how it should be. I feel all of what's in the pot goes in the pot for the relationship. So I feel like your person struggles financially or mentally on the thought of being fully independent and perhaps even a provider. I feel that's a big struggle. And he needs to open up and see your side of the story. Because how can you step into your femininity? How can you step into your role of being the caregiver, the spiritual leader, the healer, and the teacher without having to worry about being a protector and a provider of self? We have to cover our bases. You're supposed to have his back. He's supposed to have yours in different ways. Where you feel secure and protected, he should already feel that way. And where he needs security in emotions and spirituality and health and vitality, you should feel superior in that strength and give that energy towards him. They're both of equal value, but very different roles. So I get this struggle with roles here, and that needs to change. There needs to be some kind of different mindset about seeing your side of this story, because he can't have it all. There's a give, and that's reciprocity. There's a give to this. I can't just receive. I need to be a giver, and then the other person needs to be a giver. See how else he's feeling. He needs some space to figure this out, that's for sure. It's a money situation for Rick. It's always family, security, and money. 9 of Swords, he stresses the H-E double hockey sticks out about money. He doesn't know what to do. 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands. He's like, how am I going to make more money? How can I be this? How can I be that? Listen, you're not supposed to be there to figure out those answers, Alex. That's on him. He's putting a burden on you that shouldn't be there. You are the divine partner that is there to nourish the soul, not nourish the wallet. There's some kind of problem here with traditional roles. I don't know if it was his upbringing or his mindset, but it's all effed up. And at the same time, he doesn't want you to go off and be with other people that actually have more to offer. And it's not fair, because he needs to step up in his role. 10 of Pentacles. You are both going to be abundant if you are in traditional roles. He doesn't see it that way, though. Somebody doesn't see it that way. Somebody sees it as, we'll both be competitors. That's not the way to do it. You each have your role. Sometimes I wonder if this is all in my head, but I know deep down it's not. I'm trying to overcome my vices and my blocks to give you all that you truly deserve. So he knows you deserve more. And again, he's making a lot of excuses and trying to give you all this space. What is the outcome for your guys' situation? 4 of Swords, a break before you have a new beginning. Ace of Wands. I do think you're going to get this moving along again. There's the Chariot. I do feel that this will get moving along, but it's a break. This is a sign that the relationship has issues. It's a sick relationship right now. Not twisted and sick, but sick as in it's ill. It needs to heal. You guys need to take some time out. Literally, both of these cards talk about time out, time away. Rest and relaxation is assured. There is a small separation between you and Rick. He doesn't know what is up and down, where the heck he's going to go. Oh, yeah, he's extremely confused. 7 of Cups in reverse. He's got to pull his head from his arse and see his role. Step into that position. He hasn't, and this is why the universe is having him step back. All right, he's tried to move on from you with somebody else, but it's not going to work. He cannot forget about you. He's tried to go find what he's looking for with you and like, I'm going to go get it somewhere else, but he can't. And then all the while he's sitting here jealous, despising others for giving you time and attention that he's not giving. Make it make sense. He wants everything. He wants the whole world handed to him. He feels entitled by the universe and by you. I don't know if he's the golden child or the only child, but Rick has a sense of entitlement. He may have a very explosive ego with the sun in the first house or the sun in a fire sign, but, you know, his ego's got to go because he doesn't have the right mindset of what this masculine energy is supposed to be. He may even have a wounded masculine, and I definitely feel like he's got some situations with his dad that is very not healthy in some sense. It's not healthy. So he doesn't know how to act the right way. So there's some problems here for Rick. Again, I just feel like it is traditional roles that he really struggles with. He needs to get a better handle on what it means to be a masculine and to still have a feminine side. He doesn't get that. He's having a struggle with that. He needs to open up and be feminine in certain ways and more masculine in others. And I feel it's very reverse. He needs to have a wake-up call, which is why I think the universe is giving you guys some space and a dose of his own medicine. So I think he's going to get a dose of his own medicine with whoever he's tried to move on with from you. I feel like he deserves that heavy dose of reality. And that's what I feel. And that's how I feel he feels for you. So right now he just needs some space. He just needs some time. He is jealous. He doesn't want to let you go. I don't think he intends to. I think he still has strong feelings for you in the sense that he doesn't want anyone else to step into that role. So clearly there's still feelings there for you. If you want to get a more personal read and kind of touch on some different subjects for you and him, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on my website. I'd be happy to do a personal with you. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I love you. I'm going to let you go. Good night. Sleep well. And remember, like I always say, this is a journey, not a destination. So you guys sleep with the angels and just keep swimming. Thank you, Markers, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for watching me. Don't forget, next Saturday, I'm going to give out more free readings. So I hope you subscribe, and I hope I see you live again. So anyways, enjoy. Have a good one. And don't forget to watch my other reading from earlier today. Go to all my lives, okay? Check them out. There's other readings that probably make sense. Thank you, guys, for the super chats. I appreciate that so much. Brandy, you've been a doll. Thank you so much for being here and contributing and being a YouTube member. And Tracy, thank you so much for that super chat tip. Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Eat Me. Bye, Markers. Bye, Eli. Good night. Hope you guys enjoyed the collective. The earlier reading today was more about relationships. If you want to watch that, this one apparently had a lot to do with just manifestation. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.